open this meeting with a pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll have a roll call.
Okay, Dan Pillow. Here. Jennifer Wiehe.
Here.
Nixon-Byess.
Here.
Ann Pillow.
Here.
Al Glick. Here. Pam Jackson.
Here. All right, council tonight, Margaret was unable to make it. She's feeling a little under the weather, so what's your pleasure?
I make a motion that we accept the clerk's illness.
I'll second. Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Al Glick. Any question, any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
And Dan Pillow.
Here, or yay, sorry.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Still here.
Jennifer. Nixon-Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick. Pam Jackson.
Yay. All right, we'll go ahead and start with the clerk's report. You have the minutes, the meeting minutes from April 21st, 2025. What's your pleasure, council?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from April 21st.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Nixon-Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you have your first pay ordinance, 2025 5A. And that would be, let's see, yeah, that's bi-weekly. From the general fund, you have 4,321, sewer fund 1,476, water fund 1,476, with a combined total of all funds $7,273.
I'll make a motion to approve 5A 2025.
I'll second. Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by, I believe, Jennifer Wiehe. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Nixon-Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
All right, you have ordinance number 5B, 2025, which is also bi-weekly payroll, with general funds, $4,367.53, sewer fund, $1,476, water fund, $1,476, with a combined total funds of $7,319.53.
I'll make a motion to approve 5B 2025.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Al Glick. Any discussion?
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe. Nixon-Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
That shut off. No, it's on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a recorder thingy, she, so she can have the. That was 5B, you just.
That was
took a
5B.
vote? Okay. All right, council, you have ordinance number 5C 2025, which is bi-weekly. This is a monthly payroll, I'm sorry. Monthly payroll from general fund, $7,200. Sewer fund, $657.82. Water fund, $600, with a combined total funds of $8,457.82.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 5C 2025.
Motion by Ann Pillow, seconded by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Nixon-Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
All right, and next you have ordinance number 5D 2025, accounts payable. General fund, $22,809.71. HCS skip fund is $949.75. From water fund, $3,661, with combined total funds of $27,420.49.
I'll make a motion to approve 5D 2025.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Kathy Byess. Any discussion?
Mayor, just one, number 13, oh, that's part of the services from CT Consultants. Is
Yeah.
that correct? Okay.
Yeah, that's the dining lane US 50.
Thank you.
All right, anything else? Call for a vote?
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And I believe she provided whatever else you needed in your emails. That's all with that one. But council, I'm gonna go to committees, but before we adjourn today, we need to go into an executive session for property. I just wanted to say that now, so I don't forget. And we'll head off to committees, or wait a minute, we're not heading off to the committees yet. I'm confused because I'm going this direction and I feel like I've stated what I need to say. Never mind. All right, so next we will go to Bob. Bob has presented us with the ordinance today that you should have in front of you.
This is for, similar to, I believe it's the Oak Street ordinance. This one's for 376 River Road. An ordinance authorized the village center,
Was you gonna make this go across all the properties I thought? Is what he said last time. Like, would this be valid for all of them?
we have one for each of them.
Oh, so we do have to have one for each.
Yeah. So if they get a property, it's gonna be the same format for each one. The only thing that will change will be the address.
Address?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into an agreement to remove all debris, junk, trash, rubbish, and such other items on the real property at 376 River Road, Addyston, Hamilton County, Ohio, as determined by the Village of Addyston Property Maintenance Inspector.
I'll make a motion that rules be suspended, said ordinance be read 3 times by title only and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And who made that motion, please?
Dan Pillow,
And who seconded?
Pam Jackson.
Okay. First reading an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into an agreement to remove all debris, junk, trash, rubbish, and such other items on the real property at 376 River Road, Addyston, Hamilton County, Ohio, as determined by the Village of Addyston Property Maintenance Inspector. Second reading an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into an agreement to remove all debris, junk, trash, rubbish, and such other items on the real property at 376 River Road, Addyston, Hamilton County, Ohio, as determined by the Village of Addyston Property Maintenance Inspector. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into an agreement to remove all debris, junk, trash, rubbish, and such other items on the real property at 376 River Road, Addyston, Hamilton County, Ohio, as determined by the Village of Addyston Property Maintenance Inspector.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
Second. Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Jennifer Anderson, or, oh my goodness. Jennifer Wiehe. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And the other document that you have on 376 River Road, we'll be filing the suit, which is that lawsuit to try and get the house torn down.
Bob, on that subject,
Yes.
what is the situation on Oak Street? Is it clean now?
Please?
The situation on Oak Street, is it cleaned or is it still
I think,
junky?
They got the trailer, they did move a lot of stuff off, and then a lot of stuff they threw back over in a thing, and I think all he's waiting on, cause he's got Cliff doing it, he was getting different bids of,
Oh, he's got Cliff?
I
up
think
there?
he's got Cliff doing it, so
Wow.
I just need to see what, cause well, it's his availability, so
Sure.
2 weeks are up and it's over.
Mhm.
And we sent more pictures, oh, and that's the other update on Oak Street. So we sent, the Ohio Historic Society requested some pictures, so we sent them that. That's the only thing we're waiting on is their green light to
Yeah.
go ahead and, he's already got some bids too for the, tear down of the property.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's moving.
Yeah, that's great. Shouldn't be an obstacle because that was built well after, you know, the time.
Yeah,
and paper.
it's a, what is it, cinder block house?
Cinder block building, yeah. That
It-
was built on this. That shouldn't be
Right.
an obstacle, thank goodness. And on the property next to Mrs-Byess, do we have any kind of a timetable that we're thinking in terms of, or are there dates involved in the ordinance?
Oh, the ordinance we just passed, yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as, I'm basically emailing that to him tonight.
Okay.
And then he's gonna draw up a 2-week,
Mm-hmm.
you get a 2-week violation notice at the end of 2 weeks.
Thank you
So-
much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think they had a new car down there with a sticker on the window.
That
That's
car's
what
been
she
sitting
was
there
saying
for a week,
earlier.
Seen it
and
on the
nothing,
road by.
I think that sticker was put on prior, and then they moved it to the driveway, and now it's just sitting there with no tags on it. It's been sitting there for over a week. Over a week.
All right, so now, that's
Type
it
of,
for,
what type of car is it?
I got a picture of it, but it's black and white. I don't know, it's just a little car right here, the windshield busted, there's no plates on the car. There's a sticker, but my husband thinks it was put on there prior, cause they moved it to the driveway. It's sitting there, I mean, it's real close to my driveway, so I'm,
Give that one to the.
Yeah, 'cause I seen it sitting on the road this morning.
it's been there for over a week.
all right, so we're gonna move to committees. Go ahead with Dan.
Yeah, while we're talking about cars on the street, there's a white van that sits by what used to be Addie Square, or might still be. It's been there a long time. I thought it was being moved and somebody said, no, go look at it.
Oh, it
It's
hasn't
got
been moving?
rubbish all around the
Yeah.
tires. They say it's been there for a month or better. I don't know if the sheriff, you know, enforces that kind of stuff. I know they're just, not everything that they look at. I mean, they told us that early on, so I don't know.
It's, where is that?
It's at 310,
310, ain't that?
yeah, 310 Main Street on the right-hand side, a white van. Lieutenant, I don't know if that's part of what you guys do or not.
Depends, like, with the car that she's speaking of, I think they ticketed it and they brought it up into the, once it's in the driveway, obviously, that's what you're asking for them to do. She's,
Right.
she's saying it's put back on the street, so I'll have, my officers go check it again if it's back.
Yeah, it's put on the street because the homeowner next to Aaron's, Tammy, that's her driveway. She made him clean that driveway out. So now everything is in the
Back on the
backyard
street.
and on the street.
Hmm. Thank you, Lieutenant.
We'll take a look.
You do this fire department. We have, yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to mention the fire department report.
Oh, I was gonna do committees first.
Oh.
We're on you as a committee.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't have very much. I thought I had brought copies of the park celebration for the 28th of June, but I didn't, so I can email that to everybody to get that done. The program itself will be from 11 to 12:30, and after 12:30, we'll have various activities for the communities, and hopefully we'll have a band or something to keep things, music or DJ to keep things going. We haven't met to finalize that yet. We're working on that, so.
What day did you say that is, Dave?
28th of June,
Oh, okay.
yeah, 28th of June. We'll be putting out a save the date within the next week or so. If anybody knows a figure, hopefully a sports figure, that we can get to be our main speaker that day, I looked online. I thought they were sort of gratis. 10,000, 5,000, 25,000.
That's crazy,
You don't
isn't
have,
it?
yeah, they're not gonna
It
come
was,
for free.
yeah,
No.
it was a little crazy, but
Unless maybe you get somebody from the college levels.
possibility, yeah. That's
Ain't nobody
worth
wants to do
pursuing.
nothing now for free.
Isn't that the truth?
Unfortunately.
Oh, my gosh, I could have seen 1,000, but, woo,
I mean-
25,000.
Just to come and talk to some kids, you would think they would do it out of the greatness of
Yeah.
their heart, but
I think Joe Burrow was in the 25 to 30,000
Maybe I could talk to him. Give him a call.
Yeah, please check him out. Hey, you can check out Sam Hubbard for us.
He's married and retired, so.
Oh, he can still talk.
We just want him to speak. We just want him to speak.
But, Mayor, that's all I have at this
Maybe your
moment.
granddaughter can talk.
Yeah, maybe Kai can talk to him.
All right, thank you, Dan. Jennifer?
We were able to meet on April 23rd at 2:30. We talked about a reservation at the pavilion. We talked about maybe a check-in or check-out list when people are finished with their party, so that way we can hold them accountable and keep them responsible if there's any damage to the property. We weren't sure how that was gonna happen, so we didn't know if council as a whole would want to take turns doing that. We looked into a cost of a portalet, which was $165 a month, one handicap restroom, which included one weekly service on a 28-day billing cycle. We were concerned with the vandalism as far as with the portalet, so we thought maybe we could lock it up, maybe put like a fence or something around it, and then lock it at night when no one's using it. We recommend that we have a rental rate of $50 for residents and $75 for non-residents. We recommend that a deposit fee of $25 and electric usage fee of $10 if needed. The committee recommends we use the attached contract, which I did send to Mr. Bob, and I do see that we have some errors on here, so we'll get that corrected. The committee recommends that we have signs, and the council should purchase for the park. I tried to make copies, I ended up jamming the copier back there, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to email everyone the signs that we project. And they're just like, park hours dusk to dawn, no parking in grass, no parking in the circle. Dogs are permitted on leash at all times, and owners must clean up after their pets. No use of nails or staples when decorating area. Speed limit 10 miles per hour, no glass bottles or alcoholic beverages of any kind. Clean up area and dispose of trash and ashes. Clean up area and dispose of trash. Skateboard not permitted on court, and play at your own risk. So we came up with what we thought was ideal of how many signs that we should get of each. I will send this out to your email. Sorry, it did not go the way I thought it was gonna go with the copier today. And that's all we talked about. It was a really good meeting.
I have a question. If they rent the pavilion, they're not allowed to have alcoholic beverages? I mean, most parks, if you rent it, you can't stop. I mean, they're allowed to bring in alcohol.
well, that's gonna be a thing with that music in a park thing too.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be sold alcohol.
Cause if they
there.
rent it, I mean, like at Delhi Park, if you rent their shelters, as long as you rent it, you can have alcoholic beverages. Can't come outside of the shelter into the playground with it, but
Right,
under
you
the
have to
shelter.
stay at the shelter.
Right, you can.
I think that has a provision in it which
Yeah, I
says
thought it did too.
they can have alcohol, provided they contact in advance
Mhm.
and let them know that they're gonna have the alcohol.
And that would only be within the pavilion area.
Only within the pavilion area.
Well, so do we have a contract ready to go or something to?
We drew up one, but there
But it
are.
needs some
It
corrections.
does need some corrections.
The
And I
reason
just
I'm
got this
asking,
back
I got
today.
emailed again by Nicole, and her thing is June first, so is there a way, I guess, we can meet before then and get that done? So
Of
she
course.
can- So she can, do the rental?
I
Cause
think
she
so.
asked me about it again today, I said we had a council meeting tonight, and I'd let her know where we were on the
Are you guys
shelter.
available to meet before, so we can get this finalized?
It would be council as a whole, because we don't meet again before this,
June 19th is our next meeting, I believe, or.
for this event this person wants. Well, how many corrections are there?
I can just hand this over to you.
Well, no, I just wondered how
Oh,
many,
there's quite a bit.
is there?
Mhm.
I mean, so Bob looked at it?
He's the one who made the corrections and sent it back. He gave it to me tonight, or I've already sent it to you.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
June
June 16th, so we wouldn't be meeting again till 16th.
Wilson Shelter, pickleball court, and the basketball court. I thought I had more, but I lost someplace on the way here.
I don't think it's that bad.
And I know you have it saved on your
It's
computer.
it's little, changes.
Right, you can, we could
Run back
copy
in.
that, and then you could make the
Manuals.
changes as amended, and then, go forward with talking with the woman.
Yeah, as long as you, this is what you think we should change it to,
Right.
it's just minor things.
Right,
But whenever I look for-
Oh, so in other words, if they make the motion tonight, we can just,
right.
if that changes.
Does everybody wanna look at it real quick before?
Yeah.
Well,
Adopt
we
what
can,
you
she can bring it back up.
Yeah.
It came over as a PDF, so I couldn't make it.
So the print, is the copier down here,
I
Jan?
couldn't get yours to come up at all. When I
Oh,
sent it to
really?
myself, my manager had to manipulate it and then send it to my
I
work
have-
email.
I have that same trouble when Margaret sends me stuff, I
Mhm.
can't, I can't.
So that's why I came over that way.
I don't
Remember you
know
said
what
it didn't come over and I
Right.
said, well, send it to my work?
Yeah, it's weird,
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, you might be able to
cause it
reach out
asked you,
to,
do you wanna save it as? And I say yes.
the man who was like fan of the year for the Bengals.
yeah.
He goes by
It's
Tony
saving
the
it, but
Tiger.
it's not.
Oh,
when you
He's
send
got a
it, it's not.
Facebook page. Maybe he could help with that.
yeah. Okay.
He's the
What
one who
do I look
gives,
under Tony the Tiger?
yeah, he's the one who gives, tickets to kids for their first NFL experience.
Mm.
People donate to his fund.
You're fine, Bob.
Super. Was there a question about the hours of use?
Dusk till dawn, wasn't it?
Huh?
She was just talking about the dusk till dawn for the whole park and
No, I mean for rentals.
Rental.
We did 4-hour increments and that's,
It's in there.
It's on the contract.
Unless it's some type of event, you know,
Yeah.
that's
They
different.
can have it longer. I mean, we're not,
Do you think that'll really work out? I'd hate to go over there
Right,
from
because
10 till 2.
most parks are 10 till dusk
Yeah, it's yours
When you
for
rent
the
it.
day.
for the day.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in, well, I don't
Well,
know.
if the party before you makes a heck of a mess, and then you're coming in right after that party,
Right.
I'd be mad if I paid for it
Yeah.
and had to clean it up.
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
I
Yeah,
think
because most
that,
parks are 10 to dusk.
I think if you rent it, you rent it for the day, you pay $75 plus $25 for the
Yeah.
deposit.
That seems too
And
cheap.
then you go clean it up afterwards, or you don't get that $25 back.
Wow.
I think the small one over the Burnback is about
It's-
75.
Okay,
It's 92.
approximately.
Oh, it's 92 now.
They went
I
up.
remember her saying
Mm.
that last time.
It's 92.
I know.
Now, Delhi is 50 for residents and 75 for non-residents for the whole day.
We have no problem with making it the whole day. I
Yeah,
mean,
or just,
we just,
Try it.
this was just a recommendation. on
just
our
try it
end.
at the rates we got and see what happens
Yeah,
this year. We can always change it.
yeah, most definitely. It's just a recommendation.
It's got the $25 in there for the cleanup anyway, doesn't it?
We do.
Yeah, the $25 is good, but if you got 2 sessions, you got problems.
Yeah, even one.
Because you don't
Can't
know,
leave it sit there.
because you don't know,
Who made the
because
best?
whoever got the first ones, you gotta clean up before the second one can start.
And that's why we recommend
I
that they
mean-
get a checkout list,
You gotta
and
wait for
we
you.
would be responsible to go over and check them out
Yeah,
before we were to issue them a check,
Mhm.
yeah, since we don't have park rangers.
since we don't have park rangers.
Yeah. I don't know, you wanna double as a park ranger with them?
Maybe we can get Don
But we're
on
not
side.
opposed
It's
to,
going up.
we're not opposed to switching that 4 hours to eight, to all day. That's-
To all day.
To just make it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
just scribble it in there.
Whenever I rent,
Just scribble
I
that
can
in
go at dusk
Yeah.
or
Whatever
dawn.
10
I mean,
Yeah.
I can
Dawn
go
to
at dawn
dusk.
and do whatever I need to do. I'm gonna be there all
We'll
day.
just say all day.
Yeah,
Anytime I rent, I go early in the morning to prepare.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just kicked it around.
And you're sticking with the price? You got your pricing on there?
Village residents 50, non-residents 75, with a deposit of 25.
I like 75 for everybody with the $25 deposit.
I think the residents should be
I think the
50.
residents should be cheaper.
Well,
So I-
everybody will be 50 if they
Everybody
know
will be a
somebody
resident.
in town, so.
And we said another way
Mhm.
to avoid that
Mhm.
was that they do need to show us a driver's license, and their address should say, if they want the discount, it should read Addyston, Ohio.
And they are the responsible
And
person.
they are the responsible party,
Yeah.
regardless of who they're renting it for.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you know somebody, you're responsible for
You're
that.
responsible. We're making copies of driver's license. When you-
I'll take
Did
the
you
money.
wanna say something on this
We're
topic?
taking copies of driver's license.
I was
Got
talking
somebody
to the
behind
camera guy, what did
Somebody's waving back there.
Oh,
I just wanted to say, dusk to dawn works great in the summer, but in the winter, it gets dark at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it's lit up brighter than the sun over there. It's gonna attract people, and like behind the high school, they have a sign that says dusk to dawn during the summer, but in the winter, it's until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. To give some of the, like, if you wanna go sled riding after school, if that thing closes at dusk, we're not doing it in the winter. So, just wanted to bring that up.
The timing for winter.
Yeah.
It's, I can't remember, it's like October, Memorial Day kind of.
Yeah, they got 2 different signs at that park.
Yeah.
They have a time, but they have a dawn and dusk, but they also have a time.
Mm.
Yeah, it's something they can, parks and, or contracts, they can look into.
I just wanted to bring it up, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You're usually pretty quiet, so it's okay to talk about
That's nice when she says I'm quiet.
it. Not at home.
Well, that's on camera too.
Oh, stop.
I'll send it to you. See if you can open it.
Did you have anything else, Miss Jennifer?
No, ma'am.
All right. Kathy?
No, but I would like to excuse myself and go to the podium for 1 minute, please.
Okay.
So I actually wrote this prior, a couple days ago, and then we get the stuff that Bob just gave us. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my speech. Because I wrote it, I took the time. So, it says, I come to this council frustrated on the lack of concern on the ongoing issues of the property at 376 Three Rivers Parkway. I know this is not the only property in the village, but this is the one that I have to deal with on a daily basis. The amount of junk, trash, and filth that accumulates on this property daily is crazy. The drug activity is constant problem. We watch people go in and out of this garage all day long and all night with book bags, pretty sure they're not going to school. How no one sees this is confusing to me. We pick up needles and caps in our yard, sidewalk, and driveway. Now they're throwing food on our cars. I did dispatch the sheriff to come out, and the female sheriff told me there was really nothing they could do about it. I have come to the past council meetings with this concern and have pleaded to you for help with this issue. All that I ever got was a lot of promises that have not been followed through. You all just sat there and said, we understand and we're working on it. Then I have a council member state that they've been working on this issue for 2 years. I find that comical because I myself was the one who called the Board of Health, the fire inspector on multiple occasions. Then I get an email from a council member stating that we should volunteer and clean up these properties. At the above address, they have 7 to 10 able-bodied people who can clean and take care of this property. I will not volunteer my time to clean a property that has people who can maintain their own property. The only time I would volunteer my time is if a homeowner was elderly or disabled. And for this council member to state that the Hamilton County Sheriff will not enforce our ordinance, well, when we had our Addyston police, they didn't enforce too much of anything. When I met with Chief Pennekamp to bring my concerns to him, I was told, Mrs. Byess, you're not happy with anything. And then when I met with Chief Tenenbrink, he told me, well, you know you can just move. I sat there for a minute and I thought, did they really say this to me? Yes, they did. I have my neighbors come up to me and they have asked me on multiple occasions, why is the council only worried about the park and not the bigger issues in this town? I had no answer for them because at times I feel the same way. I encourage them to come to this council meeting and voice their concerns, and the response I receive, our concerns fall on deaf ears. And I can't argue with them about that either, because I myself have felt that way. We need to address these issues in this town and not let them fall on wayside. And here's some pictures that I have that I printed are in black and white. I mean, you've got people going up to the window on the side of the house, dealing drugs out of the window all hours of the night. The junk in that backyard appeared overnight. Like, I don't know, it wasn't there Wednesday morning, but Thursday, it was piled up. So, that's all I have to
That was
say.
from out of that driveway.
They had to be out of that driveway. Yeah, but I just wanted to let you know, like, I had a lady at Kroger stop me that lives in Addyston, and she's frustrated too. She's a neighbor of mine. The people that walk past her house and come in her yard, she's afraid. She's getting cameras. Because they're afraid that they're gonna break into their house like they have done other people's houses. I see them at Milt's Transmission, rolling around the cars. I had my husband call Dennis and them and tell them that they need to get something over there where they can monitor that 24/7. That rings at home. So, but that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you, Kathy.
Can I say something?
Mhm.
Well, I was one of the council members that she's speaking of. I was not just referring to your property, I was referring to the Facebook status that you put on Facebook. That's why I said, as a community, we should lead by example. Maybe there are people who cannot go out and actually clean up their property. That's why I suggested that. That was not quite your response to me on the email, but I understand why you said it differently at the podium. So that's all I have to say. So I was not just referring to your house, I was referring to the email that she sent on Facebook, and everybody was complaining about all the streets and all the houses, not just hers. So that's why I suggested maybe as a community, we could help clean up Addyston.
I'm
And
not
we could
going
start with
into
us.
somebody's yard that's able to clean up their own yard. We take care of our yard.
I take care of mine too, but there are some people who cannot. So that's why the email.
Mayor,
Yes.
in reference to my actions and my letter and all of that, my record speaks for itself. You can look at any of the minutes and see how many times I'm the guy that brought up this situation. No, I didn't call the Board of Health, that's not my place. We have people in place to do that. But I always made it a point to see what the status of that property was in my own defense and for the record. It's
Right.
there, my record's there.
Right. I just know when they threw stuff on my car, if the police would have showed up before I calmed down, I would have been arrested.
All right. Did you guys have anything else? We good to move on?
I just felt I needed to speak for
Miss
myself.
Ann. Miss Ann has the floor.
Parks and Playgrounds Committee met on the 22nd of April.
I have a copy of those minutes from Margaret as well. We updated our plans for the park dedication celebration. We worked, and the work to be done in the park this summer. And I want to thank Mike for getting the flags up and getting the circle cut. All looks good. And we had the area, the backfill, the low spot. Dan and Bernard worked on that with the backhoe, and it has gone down some since the rain. Now we have to go over and get the rocks out of that so it can be grassed and hayed over or strawed over or whatever. And the other thing we talked about was the installation of water line and water fountain. And also there's a CBC Nature Works grant that we will be getting for $100,000. And we'll have to get, paperwork has to be submitted, and then we have to make the plans for how to spend that in the park.
On that, grant, do we have to put money up front first?
Nope. Nope.
No match on that particular grant.
That's a good thing.
It is.
Yeah, because they usually don't do that. They usually don't do that.
We wouldn't have
Right.
to do it.
Absolutely, yeah. I asked the lady yesterday, there's no match? She says no match on this particular grant, so.
And the other thing is, I drew up some rules for the, sorry about that, for the basketball court and the shelter and the pickleball court. And those will go for the signs that will be posted inside the basketball court, the pickleball court, and the shelter. And I gave copies to Jennifer to look at, and I gave Pam part of them. Here's the basketball side. I missed that one. I do have a copy if somebody wants to look at it, but the committee will, I guess, will have to make that final decision. And the other thing I wanted to ask about is memorial bricks. We have the bricks, we just need to set a date and time to have some volunteers work to install the new bricks and to get that area leveled up and done. So I guess I need permission to do that. I don't know.
It's a memorial, you're talking about
Out front, yeah. Just to repair and replace. the
Mike, do
old-
you know those bricks are still over there on that roll tab thingy?
Or is it?
That's what
bunch of
she's
bricks?
talking about.
Yes.
We need to be able to get those bricks put in their places over here. So maybe if she can get with you and show you where, because I know
Yeah.
there's so many in certain
Yeah.
sections.
Yeah,
I think we can get volunteers, because it's a pretty
It's a
nice
job.
sized job.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's, so if
Okay.
volunteers can happen and you schedule
Yeah.
it,
Well, you have
even
to-
if you do it during the day, that way you
Yeah.
have access to them too.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you got the other ones done already, or?
All they've been done,
All they've been done?
yeah. But we have to take them out, level it up,
Right.
and then put them all back in, put them in and replace the ones that get replaced and add the ones that get added. So, just wanna,
Yeah. Has everyone around the table, Ann, had an opportunity to look at their brick or names?
oh yeah, that happened ages ago.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Make sure everything was spelled
she did
correct.
pass that around.
That's right, yeah, thank you.
So I think that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Ms. Ann. Al?
I have nothing at this time. The, water committee didn't have a meeting this last time, so I guess they're supposed to be scheduling.
Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday? I
Wednesday.
haven't heard yet, so.
Mhm.
You'll hear it soon then, but if
Right.
you didn't, there you go.
There you go.
Mhm.
I have a
Alright.
question, is the fire department supposed to let us know when they're flushing the water, the fire hydrants?
Yes, they are.
Does everybody have black water
Oh, yeah.
And they were testing them, they weren't necessarily flushing them.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So a flush notice is going out because they went around, so we have a few that we're gonna need to fix.
Yeah, 'cause it was pretty black there a few weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad.
Yes, they are.
We come out looking like the top of this table.
Darker.
Right. It was bad.
Black sludge I still got over.
Right. That's exactly what it looked like, that black sludge. But other than that, I have nothing else at this time.
All right, thank you, Al. Pam?
Yes, I do plenty. For special events, the We Thrive's coming up, and we do need some things, like these bags that we haven't ordered in, I don't know how long. We can get them in a few days. It's just how much do we wanna spend? The more you buy, of course, the cheaper it is. So, we've only got 67,
67,
something,
I
weird
believe.
number.
It's
And we
written
know-
on the box in that closet.
Yeah, and we normally do 200. So are we just wanting to get enough to do each year's events or a couple years event? That's, I mean, you're
I think you
talking,
should go for the discount.
yeah, that's 100 of them is, I think these have went up, this, I don't remember being this high. It's the same place we've always got them at that 4 imprint, I guess Danny years ago, when we bought these. They're $172 for 100. It's $380 for 250. And of course, there's some shipping on there. Let's see. 500 of them is $660. So it's just how many, question is how many do we wanna order?
How much is each one, and how, what was the total, like 250 for how much?
250 is for 100. No, 172 is for 100. 250 is 380.
And then how much is 500?
500?
500,
Six what?
660 plus shipping. Yeah.
If we get it for a couple year event.
Yeah, it saves us $100 some basically,
Right.
up to about 200.
Was it 250 for 300 shirts, Pam? Is that what that was?
No, this is the bags.
Oh, bags.
Bags. These are the tote bags.
Sorry.
No, we're good on shirts.
Okay, I thought so.
We don't need a shirt. This is the bags.
Okay,
How much do you ask? 250? It's 380 plus the shipping.
okay.
So, even if we did that, we're still,
We'd still
we
need
may
to have
not need
some
enough
left.
for next year.
You have enough.
We wouldn't
for
have
about
enough for
3
next
years.
year.
Right.
And then it's gonna go, the price is gonna go up
It's,
again
yeah,
next year.
because it's been a long time since we ordered these. They did last us, we must have got 1,000 the first time. I don't know what we got.
Cause they last us
They
quite
last us a long time. We usually
Right.
do around 200
Mhm.
for each event.
Mhm.
I would
So-
probably do the 500. That way you got enough for this year, next year, maybe. the
Yeah,
following
maybe the
year.
following year, depending on what
We
happens.
get too far
I
with
just,
ourselves, we don't know how long we'll be here.
so,
We can always give them away, I guess.
We'll
Yeah.
still have it anyway.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
You have something to pack everything in,
right.
put it in the bag.
So, it's just what's council's pleasure on that? I mean, the 250 or the 500, it sounds like we're
Yeah,
cheap.
I don't have a problem with 500 personally.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair amount.
Okay.
So are you seconding Al's,
Hmm?
you seconding Al's motion
Oh, yeah,
for the 500?
absolutely.
Okay, motion by Al, seconded by Danny. Any further discussion on the bag?
Get 500?
We'll call for the vote.
Okay. Pam Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Pam Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. Okay, the next thing on the list was, I know you brought up the porta potties, portalettes. We have talked about having something over there year round. I did get a second quote from Rumpke, the first company, I always forget their name, Palm Portables. They were a little bit cheaper, maybe
Talk about the guy.
by $10. That does our special events,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but $10 is $10. And they do come once a week and, service it. And, you know, we just, I agree, we need to put it over there. We need it now during the summer, people over there, and they need to use the restroom. You know, the guys playing basketball and things like that. But it probably should be locked up at night, but we can always watch and see what happens, I guess, for a few weeks. And we might have to get something up sooner than later
Yeah,
to
you're-
lock it in. But, we need probably somewhere to put it on, like off the path, so it's not just in the grass. You know,
Maybe put a fence up around it or something, like a wooden fence,
something,
something where you can lock it,
right,
cause if not, they'll be in there sleeping in it.
right.
Correct.
And make sure we put it in an area that's pretty lit. I know it's pretty lit up over there, but, you know, we got homeless people going through there, and we know kids are kids, so. I know, I was asked to get another quote, so there is two, so, I mean, we need to, summer's here, we're getting ready to have an event, we may need another one. Wait, no, we should be okay for week
No,
five
for
with
weed
one.
drive with one.
With one. So at least that'll give us a chance to see how things work, and hopefully no vandalism. So we just need to call and they'll deliver it. It's just, so we know it's $165 per month, and they do come weekly to clean it.
From Rumpke or from the other guy?
Rumpke, it was $175, and Palm, what did I just say?
165.
Yeah, 165, Palm Portable,
The
I'm trying to think the
$10
last names do it.
Mhm.
I think we need it, cause people do question to have their kids and stuff over there, so I'll make the motion that we go with the cheaper bid. And just for, we talked about summer months, and they'll remove it in the fall and winter, whenever we decide. We don't need it there any longer, unless we decide to keep it year round, but most places
Yeah,
don't.
most places get rid of it.
They just do it in the summer.
I'll
Summer
second.
months, spring to summer.
Yeah, I'll second the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam, second by Jennifer Wiehe. Any further discussion?
Pam, where are you thinking in terms of location? Maybe by the firehouse, maybe?
That's what the
I
recommendation
think
was.
that's
and
I
pretty
would
we're
make
far.
it,
contracts.
I wouldn't make it in the middle of the park somewhere. Somewhere in the middle of the park.
Somewhere closer
That
down
way
to the
you go that
shelter.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be close to the,
Playground.
too
I
close
wouldn't
to the
wanna
shelter.
smell it.
I would say closer
Well,
to
no.
the pickleball, basketball, since that's where, and for the playground
Yeah,
somewhere
not next
too.
to the shelter.
So it's
Yeah, just
more,
take it across,
Crossed.
yeah, so they can, yeah,
that way, on that side of the road.
Recommending somewhere visible, at least from the street.
right. Yeah, that's why I say somewhere well lit under, pretty lit
I said, don't put
light.
it too close to the creek.
Yeah. But, yeah, I would say
The
there's
creek, see
one
what happened to the VFWs, no, sure.
over by that, the basketball and
You're gonna
pickleball, that's
float
where
down
most
the
of the
mile.
action
Well,
is.
that's
Not right on it,
a
but,
reasonable hike from the shelter, you know, if that's what
well,
we're
that beats
concerned
going to the
about.
firehouse. Go
Well,
home.
Beats
If
going
you,
home.
if you gotta go, you'll make it.
go.
And we don't really want
No,
Yeah, that's
sometimes
okay,
I
I just
don't.
kinda wondered where that.
Let me
I
just be
mean,
real.
I mean, we could always move it, I guess, if
Sure.
we see that it's not.
You got that little, diamond shaped area over there, you could probably put it in, it's
Oh,
right there
Lord.
smack in the middle.
Ooh.
In a direct sun.
That's what I wanna see when I come in.
Well, I guess just really think about it.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine,
Walk
I
down
just.
there
All
and
right,
think
but
about
check
like
it.
I said, we'll figure something where to put it, and then if it's
Yeah.
not, if it doesn't work, you know, next time they come, say, hey, can you move that
Can you move
for us?
Right,
Yeah, they have a little
absolutely.
problem.
Yeah, he can move it, like if we put it somewhere and we're like, no, that's not good, we can move it.
Yeah, that kinda stinks there.
And also, speaking of, We Thrive, we always do the Kings Island tickets, I'm assuming we're gonna do that again this year.
Oh, we didn't vote yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we did,
We
I'm
need
getting
to
ahead of
vote,
myself.
the discussion was going on
I've got a
for a
list here.
minute. Call for the vote.
It's on the Portalet,
Yes.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy-Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. Next thing is the St. We Thrive event, the thing for the grand prize, which we usually do the Kings Island tickets. I'm
Mhm.
assuming it's a tradition, that's what we do. And did we do a family, or did we just do two?
We
did two
did
tickets.
two.
That's what I thought.
Two
Are they
gold
passes or
passes.
tickets?
They're
Gold
passes.
passes.
It's a year pass, and I did check online today, the sale, it goes off the 26th, so we're getting close. The gold, where's my list here? The gold, I wrote it down, yeah. The silver is 110, that's what it is, and the gold is 145 each.
So does the silver include parking or no?
Yeah, they both do.
They do.
The only thing you get with the gold is you get the
Splash
Winter
park in there,
Fest.
Oh, the Winter Fest
and the
Halloween
Halloween
line.
thing. Yeah, they both come with the swimming and all that, and parking. So
Oh,
it's
they
just-
both, so the splash park is good on the silver too.
Yeah, that's
just
what I
the-
thought.
I mean,
read.
that's fair.
It's just the extra events, I guess.
Right, that's what you're getting.
Yeah,
The-
so I'd like you can get silver then, or.
Yeah, that's silver.
And we can go online and do that, just
Yeah.
like we did in the past, and just print them out. Just need permission to get Margaret to do that. allow her to do that?
So moved, I make a motion, we
So two.
purchase two.
I'll
Is it
second
the
it.
silver or gold?
Silver or
Silver.
gold? Silver, I think we usually get the minimum one.
I thought we normally got gold, but
I
that's.
thought we got the gold too
I
last
paid
year.
$100 a piece for them when I
That would be
last time I
silver.
got them.
That's
That's
what
a
the
long
gold
time ago.
used to cost.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
Price
it's-
of gold just went up.
Yeah, it's just,
Right.
you know, maybe they don't go to Winterfest.
Cause I mean, if
and
the silver
Halloween.
covers your parking, your splash park and your rides, that's
Right.
a pretty good
That's
deal.
Then I second it.
$65 to get in there now.
Did-
Use, silver.
Motion by Dan Pillow for the silver,
Mhm.
which
I seconded it.
she said, or
He did.
you could pick whoever.
I didn't
Al's
hear,
name.
I
Just write
didn't
a
hear
name
Al.
down. Just write a name.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Nixon-Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
and Jackson.
Yay. Also, we need to probably, I know the donations, I think they quit coming in, didn't they? So,
I ain't brought-
Except for
I ain't brought
Angie
mine in yet.
got a hold of me yesterday.
I didn't use it for
So
January.
Enios is bringing in,
all right. So it's not
Quite.
as what we, as many as we got in the past, so we are gonna have to probably purchase some things. I just trying to get an amount so we don't need again for a while, so we can get some stuff done. So you said some some bikes. I think maybe a few people are going to donate them. I know, did they ever get in touch with you about the other? The fixing ones?
oh, they didn't get in touch with you
But we
yet?
usually get like some skateboards and some smaller bikes, and then the, what else do we have different? We got a lot of, basketballs and things like that, not a lot of them, but footballs. We got
And
some
we
things that's
probably
left
still
over.
have some stuff over at the firehouse.
Are you
Yeah.
contacting the Bengals again?
Yeah, right. So,
Waste of my gas
What
is
about
what
the
that
Reds?
was.
Contact the Reds.
alright.
Oh, I did. She has a donation list. I got Reds Museum tickets
Oh.
and Reds game tickets.
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
I
They
like that
actually give
for
me
her.
something.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so, we probably need to set some money aside to get some things, in case we don't get
Cause you
enough.
still have, well, no, St. Vincent is doing, donating hot dogs, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm,
I need to get in contact with them this week too, to make sure they got things wrapped up,
right.
along with Jack and Cares.
Yeah, be stuck with a bunch of buns.
And I did reach out to
Yeah,
Ohio
I
State
got
Patrol as well, I'm just waiting for
Yeah.
them to get back.
Put some mustard and ketchup on a
Yeah.
bun.
And we still do have money in that, from, if I remember, in the We Thrive, account thing, so,
Oh,
The We Thrive account has $8,000.
what about the potato chips or whatever? Did we ever set anything for that? Who was gonna get them?
no.
I don't think we brought
We
that
could
up when
ask
tried
them if they
meeting.
wanna do potato chips too, or one of them,
Yeah, because last year they brought so much, we just really didn't know what they were bringing, so we
Right.
didn't need to
cause they have
communicate with
banana
them.
and fruits and all
Yeah.
kinds of
They
stuff.
had popsicles too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And
That
what?
was nice.
I said they had popsicles, those were
Oh,
real nice.
wow, yeah, because we have fruit every year. I just wonder if we needed to make that donation so they can pass it out of what they're doing as well.
Oh, the
'Cause-
apples, you guys
Yeah,
usually
cause-
get
the apples
Yeah, because
and
they had,
chips.
apples and chips.
because they had bananas, they had other
Yeah.
fruit too, I remember, they had a variety of stuff, I was surprised.
You gotta have them tangerines and all them, bags of tangerines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause-
That's what-
Well, I guess I'll
Yeah.
have to ask them to see what,
yeah, because we can do something else if they're gonna bring all the, what
Like
we
fruit and
normally
stuff.
do every year, we usually
Right.
bring, I don't know.
Yeah, we've been bringing apples and
Yeah,
snack bags, whatever you call them.
chips.
yeah,
And what's that, Miss Ann?
I said we've been bringing apples and the bag of whatever comes, chips or
Oh, yeah,
those kind
yeah,
of things.
absolutely.
alright, so I guess,
Well, that would allow us to purchase it if we need to.
okay, so, I don't know how much we're gonna need, but maybe we should
Just set
cap it
aside
maybe at
1,000.
1,000, I know we probably won't spend that much, but if we don't get bikes and stuff, they're over $100, so we're not gonna get much
Right,
with whatever, but,
Yeah.
so, I'd like to make the motion to do that if we need to, which I know there are some things we are gonna have to purchase,
right.
just so it's there since we won't be meeting again. And that'll be able to let the mayor, Margaret, do whatever, in case we're
I'll
not
second.
available to have another meeting.
I'll second the motion for 1,000.
Yeah, we may not need that much, or we may just be scraping by,
You made the motion, Pam?
yes.
I'll second it.
And I'll second it for a allowance of $1,000 out of the We Thrive Fund.
Okay.
All right, any
And-
discussion?
Yeah, and I did
Further?
forget one thing. One of our, tents, I guess, has been damaged, our pop-up tents that we use, that we used to have 3, 4, can't remember.
We had 4, but one of them was molded and ripped.
Yeah, so I did check with Lowe's, I just wanna make this mention for them done, and it was, to replace that one, it was $100.
Are we gonna vote on $1,000 first?
I don't know if we wanna take it out of that or make it separate.
Oh,
That was my
okay.
question. I think it was 110 for
For
one.
another pop-up
Yeah,
tent.
you might wanna check at Ollie's. They were about $69.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, wherever.
Or
we
Yeah.
get-
if we could purchase a
wherever we
tent
get the-
basically out of
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
that's why I just wanted to throw that in before I forgot. And we should be good then. So we don't have to set up them big, long white ones for that small of event.
I just bought one, 10 by 20, it was $249 at Amazon. It was a pop-up that just didn't have no poles to put together. It just-
Oh, really?
Really?
4 people just walked out,
Yeah.
set it up, those are.
that's what we need, something
Wow.
easier. I like the
That's
carpet
impressive.
thing.
All right then.
$250 from Amazon, but they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
All
All right, so.
Well, we're lazy. Lazy ups.
Right.
Pam Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Pam Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. And I think I'm done.
You sure?
Anything else?
Ain't gonna talk about the.
No, I think I added whatever,
Did you?
yeah,
But you
I
called
think
me
that's it.
earlier and updated some things, I think that I.
cause
put everything on there.
Angie got a hold of me, I just wanted to bounce it off there, make sure we had everything in line.
Yeah. So, I'm good.
All right,
You don't need a tent?
We Thrive, June 7th, it's 11 to 3.
oh, We Thrive, June 7th, on Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Hope to see everyone out there.
Yes.
Officially.
There
All right, we'll go ahead and go to whichever one wants to come first. Lieutenant?
You go.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Nice.
I sent out an email with the stats for last month. I hope everybody got that today. It was kind of last minute, but I did get it out. We had 5 criminal reports last month and 5 non-criminal reports taken. Officers responded to 71 dispatch calls, and they self-initiated 73 others, which were investigations or traffic stops or whatnot. And we had 5 accident reports this month, which I don't think we had any last month, but just how,
5 this month.
yeah, just how it rolls through. Anybody have any questions on this?
Were any of them substantial? Really?
No, there were 3 property damage only and 2 injury possible, so they
Okay.
didn't go by squad, but they were
Yeah.
thinking their neck might be sore or
Because
something.
there was a lot of squad activity this weekend. I mean,
There
yeah, over the
was.
week, my gosh, it was going back and forth, yeah.
Any questions?
No? Thank you.
Thank
Lieutenant.
you.
All right, Mike? Maintenance.
And thank you again for the compliment regarding the park cleanup, that Andre and Tony also participated in it. It's a group effort, and I will
Thank you.
share that compliment with them. Thank you very much, very kind of you. We have a tree at 237 Second Tan. It's been dead for some long period of time. It's got like woodpecker holes in it. So we did get 2 quotes. The first one came in at $2 grand. The second quote from is it Catromex LLC, they gave us a quote of $1,000 to cut and remove the tree. It's on the north side of Second Tan, right over the wall, and they are insured, so they have $1 million insurance policy. So,
Cause that one's hanging over the road, like
It
it's
is.
ready to.
if it goes, it's gonna go eventually, if it does, or when it does, it's gonna take the power lines out and damage some vehicles, without a doubt. So it's been dead for a long period of time, it was pointed out to me, and so I'd like to go ahead and
Just a limb,
the whole tree.
the whole
If you
tree?
drive up 237,
Yeah,
look on the north side of the street,
Mhm.
you'll see it, it's straight up and dead, and it's got a little limb to it.
That's up on Second Hand.
It is, yes.
Who provided the $1,000 bid?
It would be Catramex LLC, CATRAMEX LLC. I think they've been doing work in the village.
I've seen them, and they are cheap.
Oh, yeah.
It's cheaper
like I
than
said, They're insured and
yeah.
very fair quote, like I said, the first quote.
And they're good.
I like the other guy, but he tended to
$2,000
spike his
for the
prices.
other guy.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Is that the one that Bernard is using, do his tree in his backyard?
Yeah.
So that guy's really good. So-
Yeah, he did a tree for me too.
Oh, did
So
Topped it out
are
real
you
good.
half satisfied with the work?
I was gone.
Fair?
Yeah,
All right.
I was gone when he finished, and he missed a few limbs. I called him up.
He's right back over?
Right back out there. I said, that's not your fault. I wasn't there to tell you exactly where to end up. Mr.
Okay.
Hughes is gonna, you know the other tree that you saw at Bernard's house? Mr. Hughes is gonna get most of that tree cut down. I wouldn't even looked at the tree for what this guy was gonna charge him. Oh my God.
So
But
on
he
this,
does good work. He's comprehensive.
on this property is, I hate to get started on this, is this
Yeah.
village property? I mean, I know that we are responsible for like the overhang, but
Mhm.
we're talking about taking this all the way down?
Yeah, I was
We're
told
gonna,
that
we're gonna start something here.
everybody's welcome to go look at it.
Yeah.
I was told it is within our property,
Mm.
right above the wall on the north side of Secretary.
Right.
Yeah, because our property on that north side
Okay.
goes,
As long as it's,
if you go by Ray's place, you'll know exactly where the property
Okay.
line's at. 'Cause
Right.
It's got its
What area
lines
it
up
was.
there.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Reserve
yeah, we all know about that.
The
That's why I
line
said,
is
all
bad.
you gotta do is look where the line's
The
at,
line is
it'll tell
bad.
you.
I make a motion that we proceed to have the tree taken down.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Al Glick. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe, Kathy-Byess,
Yay.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And while we're speaking of trees, there's a tree on what we used to call the jailhouse, so
Yeah.
over on, there's a huge limb that's just kind of hanging out there by itself. If you just take a look at that, you know,
Is that the one that Ray's been talking about?
it's on Main Street, yeah.
He doesn't know our old jailhouse.
Oh, that-
Yeah,
Maybe-
you'd have to tell
maybe
me what
figure
you
out
mean
the
by
number.
that.
If you can point it out to me.
Or a
I'd
big long
appreciate it. So I know.
wall. Where the big
Yeah, it's a
wall
big,
is.
long building.
Yeah.
Longest
Yeah.
building in Addyston.
The wall, the short wall that comes down on West Main Street.
With the steps.
Across the
I'll take a
street
look.
from
Just
my
take a look
house.
at it because
Yeah.
it's got a overreach that could harm somebody. I wouldn't advocate taking it down because it's well back on the property line, you know, but the overhang could be a danger. I don't know who's responsible for that, the tree owner for the overhang or, I don't know. I would imagine so, you think so, Bob?
Right.
The-
Village.
The overhang,
Yeah,
the village can cut it
okay.
if it wants,
Mm-hmm.
but the responsibility, if you put the owner on notice, then it's their obligation to cut it or make sure it's, taken down.
I think that Ron Smith owns that property down there, doesn't he? Where the old jail.
Yeah, I think
Ron
you're
Smith.
right, yeah,
All right, that's something to look into then.
yeah.
Maybe we'll go look at quite a few areas that need done rather than just one at a time.
So
All right,
we're good on the 237 Second Tan then?
Yes,
I'll go ahead and
absolutely.
notify him and
well, I
get
think
that
you
set up.
called to vote on that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As Maid mentioned, the fire department, Miami Township, specifically Nick Gimmel, sent me a list of 4 fire hydrants that needed repair. I did talk to Margaret, received a PO, and then also I notified Amy with Hamilton County. She has those. She can notify me when they're repaired by email, so. I believe that's all. I
Free
have.
flowers?
Oh, yeah, free flowers. We were fortunate. Veterans Memorial,
Beautiful.
we were shopping. I'm a little bit of a miser. But if you ask, sometimes you get things as a courtesy.
Exactly.
Mayor and I were up at Lowe's, and we made mention that this was for the Veterans Memorial, and that, you know, Addiston's a quaint little village, and we thought we were gonna get a discount, but all the flowers were donated down to Veterans Memorial.
We thought we were gonna just get that 10% like veterans discount. They
Right.
donated.
You got 100%.
We did, that's a good thing.
Yes.
And the residents like it.
I thought that was wonderful, and it should be mentioned that Lowe's in Western Hills donated those flowers.
He was the manager, and just, like I said,
That's nice.
he was very generous.
Very nice.
Right after Memorial Day.
It looks nice too.
Thank you. Like I said, it is,
Matter of fact,
everybody they handed it is.
People
They
on
are.
Facebook commenting and said how nice it looked.
We've had a lot of people stop as, you know, we're watering or doing whatever with the flowers, and they say it looks amazing. We are going to mulch it this week or early next week, so it'll be super
Before
slow.
Memorial Day.
Yes, it'll be-
Want to print everything trimmed and all that.
We're on it.
I don't even know if they're having a service over there.
They
They
I haven't
didn't
heard
last
any-
year.
They didn't last year, so I don't know, I haven't heard
It'll look
anything yet.
nice for the
I'll have to
passerbys.
ask Margaret, see.
For some reason. So I just thought I missed it. They didn't
No,
have.
they didn't do it. They
They
were,
didn't do
No,
it.
you didn't
Had-
miss it.
they went somewhere else.
They
had
didn't
it.
have, because they
Oh,
usually
really?
have food down
Okay.
there afterwards and stuff, they didn't do.
That was very quick.
Right.
I think
They
said-
went to a
so
different
usually-
community, I thought it
and
was
then-
for something,
Yeah,
something.
Something was different.
I think JJ was being honored.
Something, they had
parade
some
at
event
Harvest
they
Home.
needed to go to, so that's why
So,
they ended
yeah.
up there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thank you, everybody.
You have plenty of help?
Plenty of help.
I'm just asking a question.
Day to day, plenty of help
I said, do you have plenty of help?
myself.
Because if you don't, you need to,
We're always racing and always behind. How about that?
sorry.
Keeping up with the grass as the rain
Sorry.
comes. As the rain comes.
Yes.
Oh, I know, the rain,
It's
spring
coming.
is tough.
Tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
I did make mention when I started, since I started here, I lost over 28 pounds.
Wow.
So I'm not doing drugs.
We're
It's
sorry. We're
It's all
sorry.
the grass growing
I'm
on
healthy.
We're sorry.
And keep buying clothes. I wonder if I can write my clothes off.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
No.
Quick.
I was waiting to see, like, no.
He was waiting for me to say it.
We have to go into an executive session.
I forgot.
For property. So if I can get a motion to go in executive.
I'll
So
make-
moved.
Moved and second, moved by Miss Ann and second by Al to go into executive. Then-
I was wondering why Kathy wasn't trying to be controlling.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.